So I'd like to share a little SEO tactic that has been working really, really well for me over the past few months that you won't really find a whole lot of information on out there on the internet. It's actually 3 awesome strategies that are all closely related. Let's dive in. I started this first one about 2 months ago after interviewing my friend Mike. I actually put this on YouTube. You can go back and look. I'll link to the video in the description below. He shares this idea called brand swapping. It's basically writing a blog post around a specific brand, a product that you do reviews on in your niche or topic or whatever, reusing 80% of the content from that blog post and then swapping out the rest of the 20% for a new brand. The example he gave was like motorcycle engines or something. How to fix a Yamaha engine, how to fix a Honda engine, how to fix a Harley engine, how to fix a fill in the blank, fill in the blank. So I heard this 2 months ago and I was like, I want to try this. This sounds really, really quick. So I wrote 2 of these blog posts immediately. The first one took like an hour or 2 hours, maybe even like 2.5. And then the second one took like 20 minutes max. I kept 80%. I swapped out the 20% for this other specific brand. Again, this is a niche site that's only 9 months old. And then over the past 2 months, they're already getting over 500, 600, 700 views each. And that second one took me 20 minutes. And then I did it again just a couple of weeks ago, like not even a month ago. And those are already ranking #1 in Google and getting a couple of hundred views a month as well. Or like a couple of hundred views and they've only been live like a month. And it's going to continue to hopefully like increase as I do more of these brand swapping posts. But that's actually not all. Second strategy here, this brand swapping thing actually got me thinking, well, how else can I like topic switch as well? Can I find like a swappable template for different types of content, not just how to fix a XYZ engine? It turns out, yes. So I do product reviews on my niche site, and I've found that I can rinse and reuse like 50, 60, 70, 80% of the content for a XYZ review 2022 or something. I can literally just reuse most of the content that is similar for each of these products that I'm reviewing and only change like 20%. Change the brand name, change the little details from product to product, like air fryers. And air fryers is not my niche site, but this would be really easy to do with like kitchen appliances or something where there's like a lot of different brands of air fryers, the Vortex something something, the Instant something something. You can probably just swap out half that content. This allows you to produce way more content faster, and I don't see any downside to this. We'll get to that in a second. Google duplicate content, I'll talk about that in just a minute. So my advice in this strategy would be to think a little bit about how you could make your own swappable templates. The only requirement of this is that you have interchangeable products or something. And I actually found a really nice hack for this. If you're using like Ahrefs or Lowfruits or Keywords Everywhere or any sort of keyword tool, you can usually search for the word for, F-O-R. Best air fryers for, fill in the blank. You can rinse and reuse this content all day long. Create a swappable template for best air fryers for moms, best air fryers for big families, best air fryers for college students, best air fryers for the elderly. All this different stuff is being searched for in Google, and that's literally like 4 posts right there that you really only have to write once. And then you just kind of fill in the blank with some more details for college students, big families, yada yada. Best XYZ for ... like 10, 20 articles I'm in process of doing, just using that. Best fill in the blank for variable, 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 variable. That and product reviews. If you have interchangeable products, like multiple types of air fryers, for example, yeah, you can probably rinse and reuse a lot of that content. Now, my third strategy is to simply just copy and paste more on your own site, not other people's content stealing on your site, but stuff you've already written. If you want to cover like some little subtopic or an FAQ, frequently asked question, or something like that, there's no shame in copying and pasting. And here's the thing. Duplicate content or content, what's the word, leached, or I don't remember, there's a fancy SEO word for it. I see no evidence to suggest that Google penalizes this at all. In fact, Mike, who I interviewed on YouTube, you should go check out that video, watch the whole thing. It's really worth watching if you're into SEO blogging. He shares some examples where Google has come out and said, like, we don't really punish sites with that duplicate content. And like small chunks like that especially. I see no downside to copying and pasting wherever possible. Also, here is a little bonus tip. Be sure to name your images. If you take custom photography or you're creating graphics that might be reusable in the future for some future article, be sure to name it. That way you can easily search in your WordPress like media dashboard and just reuse the same photos. I created one hand-drawn infographic that covers like a big, broad topic in my niche, and I've used that on like no less than 6 or 7 articles already, and probably use it again in the future. But it's so much easier to find things when you name them. So don't forget to name your images when you upload them to WordPress, and you can always like search and reuse them in the future. So that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more niche-sited SEO videos here on YouTube, and go check out that video with Mike. It's long, it was a podcast interview, but it's here on YouTube, and it's definitely worth saving and watching later. I'll link to that below. Hope you have a nice day. Go copy and paste and brand swap. It works, baby. Oh, I forgot my tagline. Adios.